So what is the inner child? It's a part of your mind that really does believe it's true. It believes it's real. Do you know that? It's amazing when you discover your inner child. How many of you know you've got inner work to do? How many of you know that you had a really bad childhood? Not saying that you were abused or smacked about or anything at all, okay? But how many of you your parents went through a divorce, you were abandoned, you might have been little man, you might have been the black sheep, you might have been the hero, the golden child, whatever, okay? However, the chances are, and pretty much for most things in your life, if you are someone that struggles with emotional eating, okay, if you struggle with relationships, you can't hold them down, you seem to pick the wrong person every single time, you people please left, right and centre, you feel stuck, you feel lost, you feel unsure, you struggle with anxiety, you suffer with depression, there's so many things that are related to the inner child. It is completely unbelievable, okay? And if you think about it, okay, whatever happened to you in childhood really does control your life as you get older and older. I can honestly say the older you get, the more your inner child will act up, will play up, and will cause issues and problems in your life, okay? I worked with a lady a while ago. I've spoken about this a couple of times, okay? I remember rightly now, she's about 64, okay? And I asked her to do something and she went, "You can't make me." And I was just like, oh my God, if ever that's a child inside, okay? From my perspective, your inner child usually is formed between the ages of 3 and 7. It can be as late as 9, okay? But let's take an example here, all right? So let's say, for example, you were abused as a child, whether that be sexually, whether you were smacked about, or even emotional abuse can be even really worse, if I'm honest, okay? Let's say that part of you, something happened, and then you created a belief. Okay, so let's say, for example, my belief was I was never good enough, okay? I held on to that pretty much my whole life until probably 2021, something like that. I just genuinely believed I wasn't good enough, okay? And people would say to me, oh, can you go and do that? It's like, I'm just not good enough. I just can't do it. I wouldn't put myself out there. I wasn't the most amazing medium that I am now, and I just wasn't being the best version of myself, because honestly, the lie I was telling myself was I was not good enough. Your inner child generally holds on to one of 4 lies, okay? They are, I am not good enough, I can't cope, or I am tired, I am unlovable, and I am not worthy. Okay, so if you've ever found yourself saying any one of those 4 statements in any context, that is your inner child speaking to you, okay? Your inner child is not a monster. It is the most beautiful version of you, but what you've done is you've become disconnected. You've become separated from that part of your mind, okay? Because we're made to grow up so fast as adults. We don't get to have a childhood, okay? Let's say, for example, you were abused, or you were, something violent happened to you in your life, or, your parents went through a divorce and you were ferried back and forth and decisions were made for you, or were you mollycoddled completely, couldn't allow to make a single decision, everything was done for you, and I dread to think what's going to happen in the future with all the parents that do everything for their children, okay? Because literally those children have no autonomy, they don't have any idea what they can do, etc. Okay? And anyway, so let's say, for example, your inner child, let's say that they were 6 years old, okay? Let's say your mum and dad split up at 6, okay? And you were mummy's little man, okay? And then, for example, you would have become a substitute for your mum, okay? So your mum's partner, so you would start doing everything for your mum, you would take over, she would give you cuddles, you're my little man, things like that, okay? So for the rest of your life, as you grow up, because a result of that, you will then start to look for a mother as a partner, okay? You don't realise you're doing it, but no one will be as good as your mum. How does that resonate? Okay, how many men are watching this, or how many women are watching this and going, no one will be as good as my dad? If any of you have daddy issues, that is your inner child. If any of you have got mummy issues, that is your inner child, okay? And that is because you were made to be the hero child when you were younger. You may have been the golden child. Like I said, if you were the black sheep, you were never good enough, okay? I was the black sheep, okay? So it didn't matter what I did, I was never going to be good enough. I got 4 B's, 4 C's and a D just after my granddad died in my GCSEs. I could have done better. That's what I was told, okay? So I held on to that belief, and it's just something so very, very simple and very easy. And You don't have to go back to those traumatic incidences. Like, if I could literally wave a magic wand over you, so many of you are in narcissistic relationships. You're in violent relationships because you don't think you deserve any more. You know, you put up with being made to feel like absolute crap. And you know you should leave, but you don't. You stay. And you stay because ultimately your inner child doesn't think you're good enough. And then you might leave after 24 years. I went with a lady a little while ago. She's been in a narcissistic relationship for 24 years. And I said to her, why didn't you leave? And she went, because he told me I'd never get anybody else. I was like, seriously? She's like, yeah, I met him when I was 15. And he told me I'd never get anyone better than him. So I stayed 24 years. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Anyways, I could go on and on and on about the inner child, okay? But to sum it up, it is a part of your mind that really does believe it's real, okay? And you've become separated from that part of your mind. And that part of your mind is running the show completely, okay? So they are making decisions for you. And for want of a better word, they are trying to prove the myth correct continuously. Okay? How many times have you, broken up with someone and gone, see, there you go, exactly, that's correct. There you go again, someone doesn't love me, okay? There's proof there that I upset people, etc, 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 okay? So the inner child really and truly does believe that it is real, and it is your job, you watching, to reparent that part of your mind and teach it a different way and show them that you are the only spiritual mother and the only spiritual father that you need. It is for you to take back your childhood, and it is for you to heal your inner child. No one can do it for you, only you. Anyway, I've got another video coming up very, very soon, okay? All about how, working with me as a medium, you are able to heal that version of you. You guys take care. I will catch you soon on another video. And I hope my brief explanation around inner child really helped you. I've got loads more inner child videos coming. It's particularly going to be on TikTok, little 3-minute videos and things like that in the future. You guys take care. Much appreciated. Enjoy. Cheers.